The Focusrite Scarlett 4th Gen brings some new features to both the Solo and the 2i2. Now, the Solo gets a feature that users have been wanting for years, and the 2i2 gets even more great features added to it. So let's check out some of the new features in the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 4th Gen and the 2i2 4th Gen, and we can see what might be the right interface for you. And just so you know, I am recording right now with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 2i2 4th Gen. So what you're hearing is that new 4th Gen audio interface. This is the Shure SM7B, and I don't even have a cloud lifter or a fathead connected. The microphone is connected directly to the audio interface, and it has enough gain for the SM7B, which usually requires that fathead or cloud lifter. And there's even still some more room on the gain knob if I needed more gain for this. If you're just new to the Scarlett range of audio interfaces, the Solo here has one mic preamp on it, and it also has another input, which can be a line input or an instrument input. And you can just switch between those with the button. Now, the 2i2, which I can't pick up right now, it actually has two of these mic preamps on the back, so you can connect two microphones at the same time. And it also has the possibility to have two line inputs or two instruments connected at the same time. So with the 2i2, you have a little more flexibility, as you can record two mics at the same time if you want, or two line inputs at the same time, or a line and a mic, or whatever variety of things you want to do, you can do that there. With this one, you can only have one microphone connected and one instrument or one line input. And you can record both of those at the same time, but you don't have the two mic preamps that you can use at the same time. So that's the very basics of both of these. Now let's have a look at what's new to the 4th Gen. And one of the big new things that you're not even going to see on these is that all of the 4th Gen Scarlett interfaces have the same converters that you would find in the Pro grade RedNet interfaces from Focusrite. So you're getting Pro Studio quality converters in a home studio audio interface, which is really nice. Now, another new thing that you'll find on all of the 4th Gen Scarlett interfaces is that they have the Air button. Now, that was introduced on the 3rd Gen, but with the new Air button, we can press it once and it's going to go into that presence mode, which gives you the tonal characteristics of the classic Focusrite consoles. But now if you press that Air button again, it's going to put it in the presence plus drive mode. So with that, you get all of those tonal characteristics, just like the original Air mode, but you're also going to get some harmonics added in there. And this is going to add a little more weight and character to whatever you record through those Air modes. And another thing to note about those Air modes is that it says that it comes with 2 presets at launch. And this makes it sound like they might add some more presets in there later on. Now, another feature that's been added to the 2i2 and the Solo is Loopback. So you can record audio that's being played through your computer and you can route that into your DAW or whatever recording program, or you can use that while streaming. You can play back a backing track or any sort of music and have that routed into your stream. Plus you can mix that with your microphone or an instrument that you might have plugged into there. And another new thing that you might have noticed right away is that they're now putting the mic preamps on the back side of the audio interface. You still have your instrument or line level input on the front, but the mic pre is on the back. And this gives you a little more room on the front. It makes it a more sleek design, and there's a little more space between the knobs on here as well. And seeing as we're looking at the controls right now, let's have a little bit of a closer look at the Scarlett Solo 4th Gen. They've now added a separate headphone volume. So you can control the volume of your speakers. You can quickly turn the speakers down if you want and turn up your headphones so you can record. And that was one of the biggest complaints with the Scarlett Solo, was the lack of that separate headphone volume. A lot of people were purchasing the 2i2 just to have that feature, and now you don't have to. If you want that Solo and you want that flexibility, it is there for you. Now, the mic preamps on all the 4th Gen Scarlett audio interfaces have been upgraded. Now, they've been upgraded a little more on the 2i2, and we'll get to that in a bit. But on the Solo, it now goes up to 57 decibels of gain range, where before it was at 56 decibels. On the 2i2, it goes up even more, where you're getting 69 decibels of gain range, where it was 56 before. And also to note, with the new converters in the 4th Gen, you're getting less noise. You're getting minus 128 dBu of noise, where before it was minus 127. So a little less noise and a little more gain on the Solo. It's a welcome addition. You're going to have more gain, less noise. And on the 2i2, you're getting a lot more gain and less noise. So very nice right across the board. Now, what the Scarlett Solo 4th Gen didn't get that the 2i2 got is clip safe and auto gain. So you just press the auto gain button on the 2i2, you speak into your mic or play your instrument as loud as you're going to be doing when you're streaming or recording, and you do that for about 10 seconds and it's going to set the gain for you. It's a very nice quick way to set your levels and make sure you're not going to be clipping, and you can do that for both channels at the same time. And actually both channels can be linked, so you can do that as a stereo pair or you can do them separately. Now, if clipping is something that you're concerned with, there is the clip safe feature on the 2i2. The Solo did not get that feature, and you enable that. And what it's going to do is check your audio levels at tens of thousands of times per second to make sure you are not going to be clipping. So you can be confident as you're recording that your takes are going to be safe. Now, one thing that still remained from the previous version of the Scarlett interfaces is that you still get that Hitmaker expansion pack of software and plugins, and there's some excellent plugins in there, and you also get Ableton Live Lite, which is a very cool DAW to get you started. It pretty much gives you everything that you need to record your first or your next single. You can do it right out of the box with these audio interfaces. The Scarlett Solo 4th Gen has a list price of $139.99 US, where the 2i2 4th Gen has a list price of $199.99 US. So for about $50 more, you get the 2i2, which has those added features like the auto gain, the clip safe, you get the 2 mic preamps. If all of that sounds like stuff you would use, you might want to spend that extra $50 and get the 2i2. If you just need the more basic features, but still have that very cool air button on there with the 2 modes right now, they might add more. Plus you have that headphone output now on the Solo. This is still a solid audio interface for a singer-songwriter, solo musician that just wants to record some stuff at home and only needs to record one microphone at a time, plus maybe one instrument or line source at the same time as your microphone. If that's all you need, then the Focusrite Scarlett Solo is going to be a great option for you. And if you want to get more information on that Hitmaker expansion pack and see what you can do with it, click the video on the screen where I go through that. If you liked this video that you just watched, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating. Fist bump. Thumbs up.